I have 4 indoor cats, and a few months ago I had this Catio. Hey, gentlemen, back! Gentlemen, the drama. Anyway, I had this Catio built for them so that they could spend some time outside, and I wanted to answer some frequently asked questions about our Catio. This is what the Catio looks like from the outside. One of my very good friends' husband and his buddy built all of this. The Catio is locked at all times, and the floor is made out of 6 wooden pallets. It goes 3 and 3. The pallets were treated so that the wood wouldn't rot and to be rodent and pest resistant, and then it was covered with AstroTurf. We spent a little extra money so that we could add this full-size gate so that I could get in and out to change the litter and to add things like their cat trees in there, and so that I could just chill in there with them. The walls of the Catio are made of storm fencing, which is just a little bit stronger than regular fencing, and then that was all completely covered with mesh because cats can get through any space that they can fit their head through. And when we were building it, CJ was a lot smaller, so I requested to have the whole thing covered with this mesh. Any other gaps were filled with pool noodles or scrap wood. All of the mesh goes all the way to the roof and is zip tied to the roof, and the roof is actually made out of greenhouse roofing, and it slopes away from the house for water runoff. Now, although the structure is kind of big, the whole thing really doesn't weigh very much, and here in the southeast in Alabama we deal with tornadoes periodically, so we decided to sink all of these support poles into the ground with cement. So the way that they can get to the Catio from the house is through this, which is my kitchen window. This door was built by a guy named Jerry here on TikTok. Oh, windy. Scary. Poor guy. Anyway, this door was built by a guy named Jerry on TikTok, and he did such a good job. It is custom built to fit my window, and it has 2 doors, one to come out to the Catio, and each of them have this kind of flap that's just heavy enough to keep the elements out, but not heavy enough that they can't lift it, and then a door to go in. We also had these ramps built out of some scrap wood that we had left over and covered them with AstroTurf. I knew I really wanted to put cat trees out in their Catio so that they had some vertical space to hang out in, so I have this one, and I have a little hut that I need to set up. But honestly, these are really not made to go outside. They don't handle moisture very well, so I treated both of them with waterproof spray. And you can't see it, but under both of these I cut a shower curtain liner to fit just under this, because the bottom of these are made of particle board and soak up moisture really easily, so that just kind of creates a barrier between the floor and the trees themselves. The last frequently asked question that I get a good bit about the Catio is what's going to happen to it when I move. I am just renting this house, and as per my lease, I'm not supposed to make permanent changes to the property, which was one of my concerns when having the support poles sunk into the ground with cement. But when I was talking to the contractors, we collectively decided that it would be better and easier to dig the cement out when I move than to have a tornado come through and have this entire structure take off and cause damage to either this property or any of my neighbors' properties. Other than that, this entire structure can be taken apart. I can take it with me to wherever I go next. We'll just have to see. That being said, when the time does come for me to move out of this house, the plan is to talk to my landlord and ask them what they would like me to do with the structure. I know it's a pretty niche thing to have attached to a house, but it's a really nice structure. It's solid, it's well built, it's pretty cool, honestly, and if the next tenant is interested in having it, I have no problem with leaving it for the next tenant and their cats to enjoy.